Moments with Mo, brought to you by Zenith Bank.
Hello Africa and welcome to Moments with Mo, and our Girls Talk episode is coming to you from the Wheat Baker Hotel in Lagos. And of course I'm joined by Bolanle, and for the first time ever we have got a guest host this season, one and only Toke Makiwa.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I've been here so many
I
times.
know.
It feels like I work here.
I know. So I think we should just explain to everyone what's going on.
Yes.
So basically we kind of work in seasons, and every season we're going to have a new guest host. So our very first guest host is Toke, and we're very happy to have you here.
So I'm the first of this new season.
There
It's all
you
about
go.
changing
Exactly. Nothing wrong with a bit of change.
I know, and I absolutely love this show. You guys do such great work.
Thank you.
Every evening I'm always moments with Mo. So when I got that call,
Yeah.
I thought, yay, finally I can, be a part of the family. So I am. So thanks for having me,
Well,
guys.
it's great to have you. And so, Toke, we need to ask you, what are you expecting working on Moments with Mo? Because, apart from doing Girls Talk, you're also coming to Calabar, and you're gonna really get in there. So what are you expecting?
To be honest, I know it's going to be a lot of hard work, and you guys have somehow set the mark and the benchmark for epic shows and epic content and epic topics, and of course epic guests as well. So I'm looking forward to getting in there, adding some sort of my fabulosity, my own opinions here and there, because I have so many of them, and I'm so talkative. It's going to get so many things. You guys just do this, just zip it, and then I know that it's time for me to keep quiet. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to.
Are there any topics in particular that you really want to talk about, or anyone out there that you were really dying to interview?
Well, I think one thing I like that you guys do is you guys get into current affairs as well, and what is going on in the country. And of course, we all know that as you grow older, no one tells you you have to get involved in the world around you. So I'm looking forward to some political topics, just airing my voice and letting people know what I feel about no electricity, bad roads, all of that. So stuff like that. That's great.
Great stuff. Well, we're really glad to have you on board.
Thank you.
Today's guests, of course, we've got celebrity stylist Veronica Odeka and powerhouse singer Omalmi. So we're going to meet them after the break. And we'll be right back after this.
Where I come from is really bad. The women are known to start drinking like 6 in the morning. That's what they eat in Washington. And it's not just a glass of wine. It's no. It's ogogoro.
Dedicated to people, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back, and we're now joined by our guest, fashion consultant and celebrity stylist Veronica Odeka and powerhouse singer Omalmi. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
How you doing? I'm loving the honey color. Yeah, very nice. Well, okay, Veronica, you've never been on the show. Well, you have been on the show, but you've never been on Girls Talk.
No, I haven't.
And Omalmi, welcome back. And I hope you guys like our new table.
I do.
Yes,
really
very
nice.
nice. Our round table, and our guest host, Toke.
I am the guest host. Welcome. It's always a lovely day when you have Omalmi around and Veronica as well.
Exactly. And of course, Veronica is our stylist on the show, so she
made us look fabulous.
Lovely pieces.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. So let's start with Veronica. How you doing? What are you up to?
Good. Just working, styling you guys, of course.
And of course, the radio show as well.
And then the radio show
I heard about that.
Yes,
Congratulations.
thank you. And then just working on projects. I have fashion shows coming up, and then my clients, the showroom, of course, and then working on a product as well.
So when that product comes out, you need to come back and
Yes,
tell
I'll
us
be
all
back.
about it.
Yes, and everybody will get free samples.
Yes, we love
All
free
about the
things.
free
I
samples.
hope I'm still here then.
You'll get them. You'll get free samples
get it
regardless.
regardless.
Oh, you'll get free samples. Don't worry.
Fantastic. And Omalmi, what have you been up to?
I've been good. I've been working. I've been working on my album. I'm doing a live album for my next work. That's totally live with all the music and everything.
Nice.
So I've been doing a lot of
So
that.
you did a movie, right?
Yeah, a couple. The last one I did was called House of Gold with Yvonne Nelson. It was really good. was really good. People they keep talking because my role was quite challenging. I had to do some really.
The funny thing is when a lot of people hear that you act, I'm always like, really, look at her, like she acts in real life.
I know, I can't. I mean, I'm not surprised. Not surprised at
all.
And you're really good at impersonating voices and characters.
Yes, I do that.
Yes.
Oh wow!
And
look at you.
You know,
I'll beat you from where
multi-talented. Okay, so ladies, today we're going to be talking about several things. We're going to talk about addiction. We're going to talk about obsession. And we're going to talk about love at first sight.
Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like a romance novel.
I know.
She should totally be the voiceover for romance, romance.
Exactly. Okay, but let's start off with addiction. Now, let's talk about alcohol. Okay, on a lighter note, not the alcohol is light, but let's talk about love. We'll talk about the light side of alcohol. And let's talk about like full blown, like I need to go to an AA meeting. So who here likes to drink? I know I like to drink.
Well,
I like a tipple, from time to time.
To be honest, I don't know about tipple, but
When you look like you're like a closet drinker.
I think in the nature of my work, and if, everyone here is somehow, some way in the industry.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I have to be somehow, some way flushed to function.
They say you need a drink.
The nonsense out there, the fact that in order for me to get to you, sometimes I have to just have that little buzz because I can't deal with the stupidity, the wasting of my time. It's just So.
I mean, I know what you're saying because I feel like there are times where after a few days of just, you'd have to deal with all sorts. I get home and what I want to do
just want a wine
is
with a
crack
glass of
open
wine.
a bottle of wine, glass by myself.
I'm not a big drinker, though, but I do know, for instance, if I've gone maybe 4 or 5, maybe almost 2 weeks working nonstop, and then I get home and then I say, you know what, I should have a drink, and I have a drink, and I'm like, I should drink more often. I should drink more often. I can actually deal with things a little bit better.
Well, I'm sorry, guys, but I drink every day. Does that make me?
No, it depends on how much you're drinking every day.
I think drinking is quite seen as it's a cultural thing, though. Like, for example, they're in French culture, it's part of the culture that when you're even young, you can be 14 and you sit down and you have a glass of wine.
Because your parents, they would put in your water, they'd put some wine. But I have to say,
even in the food as well.
Exactly. Growing up in the UK, now this is the difference, because how does it go from, okay, I like to drink every day, just a glass of wine with a meal or whatever, to the point where you're embarrassing yourself, your family,
that's
you start stealing
where you need to draw
fund
the line.
your
That's where
habit.
you need to
Because,
draw.
okay, I'll tell you something. So growing up in the UK, not everybody, but people drink quite early on. So from like 14, 15, 16, even before it's legal. But if you're with an adult, you're allowed to do that. And like you say in France, people, I feel like for French culture, they don't go out and get wasted because from a very young age, it was introduced as this is what you do. But I have to say, when I was growing up in the UK, it was literally like, you know what they call binge drinking? Guys, you on Monday, you recap at work what happened. Oh, when I got accident,
or they say
I don't remember what happened. I woke up
you say you got beat
It's not funny she says, I don't remember what happened, because I don't think I've ever drank to the point where I totally blank out. When we're younger, obviously you have aunties or uncles that you hear, you automatically look at them as drunks. You know what I mean?
They do.
Like,
Because
actually,
where
they
I
see
come
a
from,
sign
where I
of.
come from is really where I come from is really bad because I'm from Delta State and then my mom is from River State. So the women are known to start drinking like 6 in the morning. That's what they use in washing, and it's not just a glass of wine. It's no. It's ogogoro. I don't know if you're on the kai. That's what they call it. So you find like a grandmother or a great grandmother by 6 in the morning, you have to bring her kai for that's her tea. You understand? So I grew up in a society where I have 9 brothers, so nobody was saying don't drink. You know, to that extent where I had to, as in I had free reign. So I was the one who had to decide. I had to learn how to, have, And so while I was growing up, I had a very high tolerance for alcohol. As in, I could sit down where most guys would be dying. I would still be there, But after I gave birth, I had to, like call myself back, because the thing about it is that it is actually addictive.
For sure.
It is, but before we go to break, what I was trying to say is that that addictive part, because we live here, we didn't see it as such a. Some of us had fathers who were drunks. You know what I mean? Who would just sit back and just drink. But we didn't see it as a big deal. He's just like, my father said, some fathers will even send their 5-year-olds to the fridge, bring me a bottle of Star. And you clear like 3 or 4.
Sorry to stop you guys, but we have to take a break. And we're going to talk a bit more about addiction after this. Don't go away.
I just didn't see how you could be addicted to having sex. Like, doesn't it hurt? Doesn't the organ hurt?
You look at
So
me,
maybe it doesn't hurt, but it might be
Dedicated to people, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back, and we're still talking about addiction. So before the break, we're talking about alcohol. And I was thinking, how does it become an addiction? Is it when you're using it just to get through life?
Something,
like you cannot, cannot do without it. People who, if they don't drink during the day, they get the shakes and they get the sweats and
I
all
definitely
that kind of
think it's a situation where, say for instance, some people go through a heartbreak and they rely on some sort of substance to get them through it. Then, they become addictive. Some people might not necessarily even go through things. It's just something that you love to do that just becomes a part of your life.
Like a comfort,
if you don't see it as bad, I mean, I ask myself this all the time. Do people who, alcoholics, do they know that they are alcoholics?
I think you get to the point where you
realize when you start losing stuff.
when
When you start losing stuff, when you start blacking out, that's when you understand that it's a problem. I used to drink a lot, and then I would, because I always drove myself, so I would drive home every time, and then nothing will happen to me. I've never had an accident, nothing. But
thank God.
There was a time when, because while I was pregnant with my daughter, I didn't drink at all. So when I gave birth to her, I started, loosening up like from her 7th to 8th month. The moment I stopped breastfeeding, so there was this day where it was not much, but because I hadn't drank that much, so long, my tolerance dropped. So I drank something so little, and then my daughter was crying in her cot in the night. But I couldn't wake up because I was tired and I was buzzed. So that was when I called myself to order to say, hey, this is not even happening again. So people need to realize that it is a problem. There are people who cannot have sexual intercourse without alcohol. There are people who cannot perform on stage without alcohol. And then the moment it becomes a habit, that's where it becomes an addiction.
And do you think that it grows? Say, for instance, maybe a glass of white wine would normally do it for you. At some point, if you find yourself doing... White wine doesn't work anymore. You have to go to the spirits.
Vodka,
because your tolerance for a certain drink becomes higher.
Because I know, with everything Omawumi was saying, I know someone who, we used to hang out a while back, and when we go out, and everyone's drinking like maybe vodka and some cranberry juice, or maybe just having a glass of champagne. I'm thinking you've had champagne, wine, vodka, is that not like alcohol?
It's like mixing all sorts.
Trust me, it's not beer. It's
at
not
that time.
new. I'm not about to come here and spill my beans and everything, but in a circle of friends that I have and people that I know, it's not far-fetched. There are some people who, when they want to start the evening, they mix 2 different types of beer. Wow. That's how they start first, and then they move on to red wine, and then while they're eating, and then after that it's spirits. So
I know people that they mix vodka and champagne, and it's called liquid cocaine. But you guys,
really?
Honestly, I'll just say everything.
So is that way? So it's just if you drink the champagne first and then the
vodka? Well, I've tried it before, so let me
it.
tell you how it works.
And that is
basically mix the champagne. When you're young, you do stupid stuff.
With champagne, vodka.
And it's called liquid cocaine, and then you try it. But let me tell you where you feel is the next morning, there's a mountain on your head. Go like this.
You know what? I would say everything in moderation, but let's move on to a different sort of addiction. Okay. I want to read out what it is. Sex addiction. Okay. And in case nobody knows what it is, it's described as a progressive intimacy disorder characterized by compulsive sexual thoughts and acts. For some sex addicts, behavior does not progress beyond compulsive masturbation or the extensive use of pornography or phone or computer sex services. But for others, it can involve illegal activities such as exhibitionism, obscene phone calls, child molestation, or rape.
Wow.
Now, you hear about these celebrities, they had to go to rehab, he left his wife because he's a sex addict. Do you guys believe that you can be a sex addict?
I totally believe it.
Do you guys believe that you can be a sex addict?
I didn't think it was possible, but...
To be honest, I don't. I think it's not, because you just described it, it's a psychological disorder. So like an addiction is the fact that you have something that you can't live without, and it affects the other areas of your life. So I'm going to say I'm a coffee addict. I'm not a coffee addict. I can live without it. Coffee, but to the point where you can't go to work because you have to have sex. You are sleeping around with anybody and anything because you want to have sex. And you can't function without it. that's an addiction,
Yeah. But then,
right? It's not just you're trying to satisfy your sexual desire.
Yeah.
You need it. You can't live without it. So I think it's possible.
I've always thought when it comes to sex, when I hear about drugs, I've always just thought that person's just a loser. Like, and I'm not trying to judge anyone, because I just didn't see how you could be addicted to having sex. Like, doesn't it hurt? Doesn't the organ hurt?
You look at them, but it might be also to do with low self-esteem, because
but how many people you sleep with in a day?
Isn't that most men? Most men are
issue. It's just like saying
addicted to having most men can't go like 2 days
in the morning they have to get something. In the evening they have to. But there are some men who do it like 3 or 4 times every day, and they don't think that they have a problem. What I would just say, I say, come, even this thing, just be rubbing here like this first. I say it's hot. Just imagine how how's that place to be.
I think it affects the other areas of your life. Like someone like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, they said that he kind of supposedly had a sex wait, because he was sleeping around. He was sleeping around. What was it? He slept with, like, they say allegedly. Let's use the word allegedly. That he slept around with 13 people and they were all prostitutes.
No, but I'm
What are you now saying? It is happening right here. It's right here. People's husbands have 15, 20 girlfriends.
Yeah, you can't call them sex addicts. I don't think they're sex addicts. I think they just love to.
They just want variety. Apparently.
No.
But you know what? No, they want to.
Can I read it again?
After the break, we need to take a break. And we'll be right back after this.
I had this auntie who said she knew somebody who had a spiritual problem and she just used to scratch her. Oh, shaman, you shot. You know.
Dedicated to people, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back, and we're still on the topic of sex addiction. Now, with that whole, whether you guys believe it or not, what about the STDs?
No, I want to change my point of view.
Okay.
Can I change? Because when we went on a break, I thought about it. And because I was thinking about it on a guy's part alone. The truth is, I don't want to sound archaic and very backward, but yeah, I think some people, it might be some sort of a spiritual problem.
Okay, so if a woman is a sex addict, would you say it's a spiritual
I know,
problem? What if she just
I don't know. Let me tell you what I'm saying. I had this auntie who said she knew somebody who had a spiritual problem and she just used to scratch her. Oh, shaman, you shot. You know, she might come back and shagging somebody now, and it's just that she has to sex again. I promise you, until they took her for deliverance, and then they delivered her from the spirit of. Yes, so I think of this. So I believe it. I just remember that story.
Let's move on to obsession now.
I don't understand.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Obsession. Now, okay. Has anyone ever been okay? When I was younger, I don't know how to start this. When I was younger, I mean, I thought I was obsessed with someone. Like, you know, I just used to lie in bed and fight. I was like 13. But you see, that's a crush, right? But I was literally like, I was just like, you know, I dreamed that when we were older, we'd be married. And this guy did not know that I existed. So it was like
a celebrity?
Afar. No, it wasn't a celebrity. It was just some person that I had a crush on.
I think we've all been
there. But do you think, like, that there are people out there that
who are obsessed and they make up stories? Yes, I've been a victim of that sort of thing.
The
guy, I mean, I'm married now, which is public knowledge, but he did have a stalker for years, and God help me if she watches this show, because she just.
Okay, your husband had a stalker.
Oh my! I'll talk her up like a fish because of this girl. I didn't even know. No, she's crazy. This girl would turn up in his house in her head.
Wait, you're kidding?
The day I met her, she told me how. I have a baby by him. Look at you. You cannot come between the two of us. And I started believing her. Because how does someone say to you that she has a 6-year-old girl like this guy? And I started fighting like, you're lying. This girl. But then later on, when I witnessed, one of their showdowns where she literally just showed up in his house unannounced, and he had to call the cops. And this girl stripped naked. And once you strip naked, police can arrest you. As a woman, I was in. But how do you strip naked?
Oh wow!
Like 5 policemen are looking at this girl.
You see my face? Because I'm
just like what? She would say to him, "You didn't answer my phone call. I will stalk you to your phone blows." He had to change 3 phones because she would call non-stop. In meetings, even when you put it on silent, your phone can't ring. And I say this to my guy friends because when my husband and I went through this ordeal, it happened. I mean, I've been dating him for her. It happened more than even before I started. I walked into that situation. It was before I started dating him. So if I've been dating him for this long, imagine how long this girl didn't go to serve, left her life, holy. And then he just met her at a bar. So I say to guys, It's not all these ones you want.
It's
to
not
follow
everywhere.
babes.
You
It's not
when
every girl
you
see
that you see,
that is
you
normal,
want to eat the
you know,
soup.
because some people are already crazy and they just need that little incident to just
trigger her well.
She's
It could even be something as simple as a compliment that was passed, and you look nice, and she's like, oh my gosh, you love me.
Yeah.
You know, and then
they
it's like,
tell in their head their stories of how this guy asked me out. So I always like to ask girls, look, I'm not old-fashioned. I just love that writing on the wall. Did he ask you out? Just imaginative something. Just imagine there was a night, guys, nice.
No, it's like when a girl sleeps with a guy and then now says, oh, that's my boyfriend, and the guy is just thinking, what are you talking about?
So there are levels to the obsession.
Something like that. Two friends of mine, no, not friends, but acquaintances. They had something to do with the same guy. So one now is in a relationship with the guy, and then the other one started, going to school, started telling people that, oh, this your friend stole my boyfriend. So I know the boyfriend. So instead of me to even ask any of them any questions, I just went straight to the guy and said, "Come, how will you be chopping here? Come on, make up your mind."
Guys cause
he
it
now said,
sometimes.
"No, you don't, mommy. See, what had happened was this girl and I we hooked up." And then
it was done with.
It was done with. That it didn't even last up to 2 weeks. And then this girl started cooking and doing, hey baby, have you eaten? And then he also liked that other girl then, and they were also choking. Excuse my French. And at the end of the day, he followed that one that he liked.
Yeah.
So there's some girls who don't get that, where when you don't tell them no,
they feel they get
angry.
angry.
That is it.
I mean, before we even wrap up this episode, I would just love to tell the guys the easiest way to know. You can't just sleep with someone and the next thing she says, "I love you." If that happens, alarm bells. She's the stalker. If she shows up at your work unannounced, just goes, "Oh, I was just passing by." No, she wasn't. And Google now makes it easy. There are people that Google guys before they know they want to meet the guy.
Yes.
Don't be funny about me. They Google the guy, know where he works out. Imagine the relationship where the tight dress go there, the guy falls for the trap, and then you now start looking for spiritual help. Hey, this girl wants to kill me. When you were following her, you don't know.
Yeah. Would you guys ever? Okay, we're gonna have to take another break, and I'll bring this up afterwards about tattooing a name on your body. But let's see. We'll be right back after this.
I can definitely say when I was 13, when I saw my husband, I
When you were
really
13, you
knew
met him?
that I was 12 when he was 13.
Dedicated to people, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back, and we're still on the topic of obsession. So before the break, I asked, has anyone, or would you ever get the name of someone tattooed on your body? Or has someone tattooed your name on their body?
I've gotten a tattoo to be reminded of someone, but not necessarily because of...
Okay, so did you guys end up together? Just asking.
Yeah, we were dating.
Okay.
But are you married to this?
No.
what?
But completely different. He passed away. And so the tattoo represents something because he meant so much to me. But no, would I get a tattoo? So no, absolutely not. Anything can happen.
I think like her. I think in terms of maybe like, because I do have a tattoo already, and I've always wanted to get. It might be maybe someone who's passed away. Might not be someone that I had a love relationship. Maybe it's God forbid. I don't pray for any of my siblings yet.
Yeah.
Or I understand when it's maybe someone who passed away, but even then, dating someone who passed away, I just don't know, man. Yeah. You're brave, girl. Yeah. I don't know about the guy I'm with now, seeing the name, and I always have to talk about the story.
No, but the person wouldn't because it's symbolic.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to.
If she had scribbled the name on it, then for me, it's an absolute no for anything and anyone. Well, maybe it's because I don't even do the tattoos at all. Yeah. It's so bad that even the person that I'm saying does not have a single tattoo. I'm like, let me see. When you're happy, show your chest.
So you're totally against it.
I'm totally against it. I don't. If I wanted to see a drawing for that long, I'll put it on a painting and hang it on my wall. Yeah, that's just my, But hey, no disrespect.
I've always considered, like, instead of having a wedding ring, I would just have to get a tattoo band. So that's kind of like.
What happens if? I mean,
what if the marriage not come well? They got a draw something for her.
The concept is that the marriage will work whether or not I wanted to, it will work, and that's to show that it will work.
He wants to leave you.
No, but like thinking about.
How do you make it work?
Thinking about, I do prayer and fasting. But thinking about wedding bands being removed, you guys heard recently about Beyonce allegedly removing her wedding band.
She has
fading or something like that.
I mean, look, I don't think that
That's because you're a Beyonce fan. You would say that.
We have to wrap up soon, so let's go on to the last topic. Love at first sight. Now, who believes in love at first sight?
I think we've had this conversation once.
No.
No?
We're having it again.
Okay, well, I think it's absolute bollocks.
I think it's bollocks too.
What?
Yeah, we get
How can you look at someone?
Wait. Just wait. Do you think the same thing?
No.
I think it's possible. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I can say, I don't know really necessarily if it's love at first sight, but I can definitely say when I was 13, when I saw my husband, I
When you were
really
13, you met him?
that I was 12 when he was 13. So I don't know if it's love at first sight, but I knew that I saw him and I said, I'm going to marry him. Like that. And even though we lost contact for so many years, eventually, but I don't think like it was like love. I just felt like I knew him.
Yeah, well, there's a connection. I think that's what it is. Because for me, I think love at first sight, I think it's caused so many problems. I think that you need to know someone. And I've not been married for so long, but I would say this: a marriage working out is more than
No.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you, I've not been married, but I've been with someone long enough to say, as in we've been together for so long for me to say that, I'll never marry you. The thing about it with love at first sight is you have to understand the way you were wired and who made you. And the person who made you loved you with your words and all. And the thing you must understand, as in when you're getting into a relationship or into any marriage, you must understand that that person is totally different from you. So you approach the person with the love that you would have for a sibling. Then you know that sometimes you can strangle your sibling, but you still love that person. There's a connection nonetheless.
But on seeing the person, do you just...
I fell in love with my boyfriend the moment
Exactly. The point I was going to make is just because you love someone does not mean you are... You can also love from a distance. I might have met you and fallen in love, but that doesn't mean we're going to be together. That doesn't mean we're going to end up together.
I fell in love with him, and I think it was the same thing. At least I hope so. But we're still together. But I felt the first time I saw him, I just fell.
Wait. You say you fell in love with this person. When you're in love with someone, aren't you in love with their attributes, how they think, the things that make you guys connect, not just I see you and I'm like how do you know about who he is?
After all of that, that was when, after the connection, the Indian film, the way you see it, then we now started to, get to know ourselves. And the good thing is that he now turned out to be everything that I wanted, but we still have our differences. We don't have the same religion. Now, ordinarily, if I did not love him, if I wasn't in love at first sight, I would definitely not. We met 3 weeks after, and 3 months after we met, I conceived. You understand?
Wow, that's really love.
Girl. You understand? And we could not say, we still don't, even if we're apart, we talk to each other like the first breath is good morning. If we're not, you understand, maybe I've traveled, or if not, it's very difficult for us to stay apart. And that's how it is. So I know his faults, I know his issues, but then I didn't care. You understand? My only prayer, and I said, make it not be serial killer. But that person, I have already loved that person. So if you like, be useless. If you like, be
does that mean that you fell in love with?
What I think, because I still agree with Bolani, what I think it is with you and Veronica, I think it's the connection. Now, because there's so many people, that's not love. Love is not that connection. There's so many people who would say everything you said, and they saw the person, they thought, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, and when the person opened his mouth, they ran. Because, you know what I mean? So it's the connection, it's not love. It's just that connection that just makes you feel, I'm curious about this person. Now, the curiosity is what made you find love.
On that
I don't
note,
think you just see someone and just be like, I love you.
On that note, ladies, we've actually run out of time. But before we go, we have to do celebrity secrets. Okay. So, who should we go with first?
Just ask Veronica, don't put
allow me. Okay, before we leave today, tell us a secret that we don't know about you.
Okay, let me see. Something that they don't know about me. I'm actually very quiet.
Say what now?
I'm sorry, what? Are you? I can see that. Are you an introvert?
I like to be. I'm.
You like a loner?
You're a loner.
you don't even understand. I have like loads of it. It's so bad now that I don't even have a social life. I don't go out. I don't go anywhere. I'll just sit on my balcony with my step down. I'm a step down, and I'll just be easy. So that's about me crazy. Hey, ha, ha.
Yeah.
You know, there's an organization that she's, you know, in charge of, and she's making sure that everything works according. So there are times when I need to just
be by yourself.
So like, kind of like a perfectionist.
I hear you, man.
Yes,
and Veronica, what's your little secret?
I don't really have.
Don't kind of dark. She looks so dark, like so. In the night, I turn into.
No, actually, I don't have secrets. I mean, one of the things about me which I think is really weird is I don't like to close the bathroom door. I don't like
when you
close the door.
I don't like
when you're having a shower.
I don't know.
Anything when you're cooking, shower.
It's really, really crazy. Like, it's a bad habit. Like, I remember my sisters complained. Like, I'll go to the bathroom when I went to the bathroom here. Like, it's really weird.
You mean here?
I don't like to close the bathroom door. I mean, it's so weird. I don't know why.
But you don't want the solitude.
I can close. Even if the door is right there and I go in, and it's just like, Veronica, just do like that and close the door.
But why?
I just won't close the door. I don't know.
It's so weird. 'Cause I don't
so
close doors, but I
random.
close the bathroom
It's so random.
door.
I don't close doors
So
either.
weird.
But sleeping at night, I
My
just
husband
don't
loves
like to close the door.
I always close the bathroom door.
Okay, ladies.
That's too much.
This has been very insightful episode. Insightful secrets. This bathroom door thing, Veronica, I'm going to be looking at you with a side eye from now on. But Veronica, thank you so much. Absolute pleasure. You guys coming on the show again.
I almost said, thank you for having me. And I realized,
no, part of the show.
I'm part of the show
We'll see you on
now.
the next episode. Okay, guys, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And please make sure you come sometime soon.
We will.
All right. We'll be right back after this break.
Jack Nicholson is the most awarded screen actor alive. He is probably more famous as a womanizing party lover.
Dedicated to people, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back. It's now time for our showcase feature. Take a look.
This joker once lived next door to Golden Age legend Marlon Brando on Mulholland Drive. Although Jack Nicholson is the most awarded screen actor alive, he is probably more famous as a womanizing party lover. Never without a wicked grin and trademark shades, his lovable rogue image is said to have seduced more than 2,000 women, a statistic that has earned him a place in Maxim's top 10 living legends of sex. He has 5 children by 4 different women and has only been married once. At the age of 67, upon the UK release of the aptly named Something's Gotta Give, Jack confessed that he was finally slowing down. On a trip to London, he apologised to the press for not being much of a raver anymore, saying at his age such behaviour was unattractive and inappropriate. Even his on-screen image was mellowing out a little. But that doesn't mean that he's resigned himself to the notion of getting old. Jack the lad found playing the ageing salesman in About Schmidt quite a shock to the system.
Jack Nicholson, he's such a strange actor.
You think?
I think so.
I'm a really big fan.
Is he not the same guy who found out that his mother was his sister or his sister was his mother?
He found out in his 40s, like really late in life, that his sister was actually his mother.
Wow.
Gave birth to him when she was really young, and then they just took care of him.
It's so funny that you say that, 'cause
keep.
I know people who had kids and their kids call them by by their first name.
Yeah.
And maybe when the kid gets to a certain age, they plan on telling the kid that, yo, I'm not your sister, but I'm actually your mother.
I think that is just.
But wouldn't you rather just tell the child when the child is
from the beginning, right? I don't know. I think usually maybe they would have said, oh, let's just pass him off like he's ours, and then the mother at some point when she's old enough to realize what's going on, or actually wants him to know. Actually, I want him to know that I'm his mother.
Yeah. But the thing is, when I look at Jack, I think he's weird because every time I see that, I just think you would have weirded him out in some funny way.
Yeah,
because
of course.
your mother is actually your grandma.
Yeah.
and all those years who you called mom is not mom.
And your sister that you're just hanging out with.
Would you forgive such a thing though?
I mean, I'm sure it created all sorts of issues, but yeah. And
I think
it was later on in life. And I wonder, I think he must have found out by mistake.
Yeah, because
you know, like a family dinner where...
Didn't they?
Sorry?
I think they had died.
Okay,
I don't think they told him. I think he found out when one died, that his mother, because when I heard,
but yeah, I mean, and then the thing is, you look back at your life and you think, oh, so when this happened, why didn't they say, blah, blah, blah. But I think he's a very, very talented actor. And I know he won an Oscar, is it in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, or is it 80s, 90s, every decade?
What's the recent movie he's done? I can't recall.
I don't know, but one of my favorite movies is The Departed, and he's
he's in that.
Yeah, that with Leonardo DiCaprio.
What's that movie that he's in with Dan Keaton?
You know, the thing is, he's been in so many movies, and I see his face, but I can't remember the name. And
he's also in The Bucket List. Yeah, I really enjoy The Bucket List. Yes.
He's in The Shining, where he plays, here's Johnny. You know, that's the famous thing, where his head is through a door.
Oh, yes. He has
that haunted house where he goes crazy.
That's why I say he's odd. He has a creepy face.
He has a creepy face. And I think it's because
what
happened to him. That's why I think, I'm sorry, that's the story that I'm sticking to.
The fact that
it's crazy. When you find out your sister is your mother and you would not be
or he's just an odd person as well.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right, we have to take a break. All right, up next we have a health tip and we also have a book review, so don't go anywhere. How do you get YouTube to come and film you? How do other people get their videos up there? I have some funny stuff, but they will not come.
Dedicated to people, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Today's health tip is very interesting, guys. Are you guys ready for it?
Yep.
It says high heels save knees. High heels, as favored by Sarah Jessica Parker, may actually be good for you.
Okay.
Researchers at Warwick and Oxford Brookes universities discovered that wearing high heels may make women less likely to develop arthritic changes.
Really?
Now, I thought that was the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, should I tell you something, you guys? As much as I love my heels, I mainly wear flats, like I wear slippers and all that kind of stuff. And I've got problems in my right knee. And I don't know why.
Well,
my
the
right
reason
knee
why is
hurting
because
a lot lately.
I think in general we wear shoes that are not the best for us. You're supposed to wear shoes that
Orthopedic
support
shoes.
your arch. Most of the shoes that we wear, like right now, I'm wearing flats, and my shoes have no arch support.
But the shoes they make these days, are you kidding? It's more for a fashion sense.
It's more for a fashion sense, but that's the reason why you find a lot of people who wear trainers all the time.
You know what I say? No pain, no gain. No pain,
well,
no pain, no gain now, Abby. No problem. Call me when you're 50.
No, but then the thing is, it's so interesting because it says that, you know, you're less likely to develop arthritic changes in your knees as you age.
Yeah, that's weird.
So that's weird.
I never knew that.
You know, at the very least, they were no worse off than those who opted for lower footwear.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't know that, but I guess maybe I should wear my heels
every day,
more
don't
often.
we?
Okay, no problem.
I mean, I love heels just make you sexy. Anyway,
Yeah.
like, you know, with people like you and I who are
vertically challenged.
yeah, you know, we're owing in the, you know, in that department.
Get a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Anyways, everything in moderation, I guess.
So book review.
Okay, the book review for today is called "It Starts with Food: Discover the Whole 30 and Change Your Life in Unexpected Ways," and it's by Melissa Hartwig. Now, this is interesting. They're talking about 30. It's about changing your life habits for 30 days.
Yeah, but
so
why does 30
wait. Let me explain the book now. Wait. Okay, this is the thing. Habits are made in 30 days. Okay. If you do something for 30 days, it's more likely to become a habit. Now, yeah, because if you do something for 1 week, it's like, you can make it through. But what they're talking about in this book is, it's a program actually that people are on for 30 days, and you start doing a caveman diet.
Wow.
Now, the caveman diet, it doesn't mean that, you're like, woohoo. But what you're doing is you're eating in the same way that our ancestors ate.
So raw food.
Lots of raw food, but also lots of greens, but also a good amount of protein and a little bit of carbs. But they talk a lot about the sugars that we eat. We don't realize that the artificial sugars we eat is primarily the reason why we have a lot of health problems. Yeah. Wow. It's just that simple. Our bodies are not made to digest that kind of food.
I heard of this, and I'm not sure if this is true, but I heard that dieting is almost like cheating, and the best way to lose weight is the hard work in terms of going to the gym.
Yeah. I mean, one of the very lines that the quotes they have says is dieting doesn't work. Yeah. Dieting is not real. And that's what they're saying, that if you do something for 30 days, if you say, I'm going to consistent, because what happens is whenever I don't eat sugar for a week or 2 weeks and I eat sugar, I feel nauseous when I eat sugar. Because my body is like, you've put something back in that's not meant to exist.
That. So is it 30 days because so you make it like your lifestyle?
Your lifestyle, so that you're not going back and forth. And then they give a lot of examples of people who went through the 30-day program, and you know how they woke. Like whenever I exercise the night before, I wake up. I don't even need an alarm to wake up. Like I don't wake up and I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm old.
Your body clock just
but then what about those? Because I'm one of those people. I hate exercising, but like for me, I just think it's so much work. You weave, the sweating. it smells. You know, I just really hate because when I see people who love to burn it in the gym,
I have a friend
deep respect for them because
she said that she likes the pain that she feels.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, she likes it.
How do you like
I
that
have
pain?
to commend her because I hate exercising.
I don't like exercising either, but at least
myself.
This book helps with eating habits, you know, but yeah. Okay. Alrighty, if you have a book that you'd like us to review, you can send us an email, you can tweet at us, or you can Facebook us. Up next, we have a financial tip for you. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, and today's financial tip is courtesy of Zenith Bank. Okay, we have a quote by Helen Gurley Brown. Money, if it does not bring you happiness, will at least help you be miserable in comfort. That's true.
In comfort.
So if it doesn't bring you happiness, like when they say money does not buy happiness, but you will be comfortable in your misery.
Well, so many people have so many versions of that, you know, money, happiness thing. There's that
more money, more problems.
There's that popular one that says, whoever said money doesn't bring happiness doesn't know where to shop. I love it. I just love it.
But yeah, it does that, you know, that money is not the be-all and end-all of life because there are a lot of rich, miserable people out there.
A lot of
or
rich,
when you hear that this
people.
person has committed suicide and you're thinking, but
they had everything.
She had everything.
Yeah, like a famous designer. Do you remember the English designer?
But Alexander McQueen.
Yeah. No, apart from that, there was another one.
Yeah, but the woman that, but wasn't she in debt?
With the journalist, the famous guy's daughter. There's a famous guy's daughter that passed on recently, and she was such a happy person.
Oh, okay, no, but I know Peaches Geldof, but she wasn't. She was like a socialite, but I think that was
I think that's
an overdose. She had an overdose, it wasn't suicide.
That's really sad.
Overdose, 25
but Alexander McQueen was very sad as well.
Yeah, that was because everyone just thought he's got this amazing empire and what. But you know, I mean, not to go on the topic of suicide and get sidetracked, but it is a lot of people battling with depression. Yeah, a lot of crazy people walking around with mental disorders, and you know, it needs to be addressed.
I just think that we need to pay more attention because sometimes it might just be a hello that you might say to someone that would make the person unburden themselves to you.
To like
and you know, we all get busy with our hustling and bustling and wanting to make ends meet, and we just don't take note of. You know, one day I just did it in my life. You know what? I'm going to take note of the guy at the door, the gate man, and
the people you come across on a day-to-day basis.
Who you say hello to, who will come to me and say, sister, I never chopped this morning, just 500. You know, things like that, because you never know. A word to someone might actually save that person's life.
Nice one. What's our Facebook questions for today?
Our Facebook, we have comments and we have one question. Okay, so this question is actually for you, Delacqua, and it says, "Hi, Delacqua." It's nothing.
Maybe it's the guy that wants to marry her.
No. It's very basic. It says, "Hi, Delacqua. I totally understand why the episode with Wynonna is one of your most memorable on the show. She was so talkative and bold and adorable at the same time. How can I reach her? I want her to play a role in my film." And that's from Albert from Addis Ababa.
Okay. Well, I think that Albert should email us with his details and stuff like that, and then maybe we can. We'll have to ask her parents for permission and see if we can give the details of her parents to you with their permission, and then you guys can sort it out. But yeah, Wynonna thought I was a queen, and she thought Bonali.
Oh my god. Okay, so we had an episode. It was kind of like Kids Save the Darnest Things, and we had lots of kids come on the show, and she was very cute.
I find that when you see outspoken kids, it's a tell on the sort of lives they live in terms of, let me rephrase that. When you see a happy couple and a happy, husband who loves his wife, their kids, you can tell from how outspoken they are. They have no problems. But then when you see kids who are so withdrawn sometimes, if you find out they might come from homes where the dad is beating on the mom, or maybe they're arguing all the time. So I always try to tell parents, you arguing in front of the kids, you might think it's just one of those things that you do, but it goes
children
a long
soak everything
in. And energy, they feed off the energy that they,
very true. And then we have kind of, I guess it would be considered a new thing where we read questions that people post online and we would consider them bizarre questions, possibly stupid questions, or just funny questions. And this one is a question that was posted on Yahoo. Yahoo Answers is great. They have the weirdest questions on there. And the person said, "How do you get YouTube to come and film you? I have been calling YouTube. and I want them to come and film me, but they have not answered. How do other people get their videos up there? I have some funny stuff, but they will not come.
Wow.
So someone goes and answers them in a cheeky-ish way and says, you have to call 1-800-YouTube. The issue is they're so busy. The issue is they're so busy. They only answer the phone at 2 a.m. on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Oh my
Now
God.
this poor person.
Let me tell you what, I think when the
wrong.
two things you read now, I think it's actually the response that got me laughing off. Like, I don't know how to be that cheeky with my responses.
But the thing is, the person
is going to be calling.
going to believe that.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, but
If there's anyone out there that thinks there's YouTube come to your house to record you, you upload your videos, okay? Just in case you don't know.
I mean, there's an
you can
upload button
your
there.
videos.
Like when you go to YouTube, there's an upload button there. It's just right
YouTube
there.
is a do-it-yourself website, okay? Just in case you don't know. Oh, well, that's it for our questions and our comments. Do you have a question or a comment? We would love to hear from you. All you have to do is send us a message via email, Twitter, or Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. We've had an amazing episode, and we will see you on the next episode of Moments with Mo. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Moments with Mo was brought to you by Zenith Bank.